In all my previous episodes, we have been talking about electric cars, and in general, we've been talking about cars that is going in that direction, to the front. But in this episode, we'll talk about how it is to go backwards. And what does that has to do with electric cars, and especially my Tesla?
Reversing a car is something that a lot of drivers feels uncomfortable with. It's so unnatural to go backwards, and the whole car is designed to drive forward.
When we are looking backward, we don't see very much. The vision backwards is compromised very much, especially in this Tesla Model 3.
It's not only that the vision backwards is limited and the risk of hitting something is larger, it's also that the steering now suddenly becomes vice versa. Since now the steering of the car is on the back wheels, so to say. This is more difficult. No wonder that the majority of drivers tries to avoid reversing as much as possible. Parallel parking is maybe the most difficult task a standard driver must perform because it includes an so advanced reverse maneuver. But this is a Tesla, a computer on wheels, they say. So the car has a solution for this. More about parallel parking later, but in order to help you to see backwards when reversing, the Model 3 has, like so many other brands, a backup camera. This is a huge security advantage from older cars not having this feature. And in the Model 3, the huge screen makes it really a good picture. But why is this small arrow jumping here like this? I never saw that before. I will tell you soon what it is, but first, if you did not know it already, this computer on wheels is being updated wireless over the air with software containing new functions and features on a regular basis. I have a question for you. Do you avoid to make a parallel parking? Is it tricky? It's not unique to Tesla, but the Model 3 can do this cumbersome task for you. I still get amazed every time I press this start button and the car's steering wheel starts to move by itself. It is like a ghost. The latest software update that I got to my Tesla, my computer on wheels. Was the version 2020.24.6.4. One of the features that this update contained was a modification to the backup camera function. This arrow was added. Can you press it? Wow, the side cameras is activated so you have a wider angle to see behind the car. Yes, the car has cameras on the side. Let's see how much more you can discover behind the car thanks to this new feature. Okay, here you can see me at the right side camera and a car in the left side camera, and you also see it in the back camera. You can also see me walking now to the left, and I'm now disappearing from the back camera, but still visible in the left side camera. Okay, I'm turning around, still visible in the left side camera. We'll see now when I'm coming back. Now you can start to see me in the back camera. and I'm walking and disappearing from the back camera, but still visible in the right side camera. I'm turning around and coming back, and now I will move a little bit closer to the car, and then you can see that I'm still visible in the right side camera, high, but not in the back camera. And now I come to the back camera. You definitely have a wider angle of sight behind the car with this new feature. But if you read the Tesla manual about the backup camera, it stands there clearly that you should never rely on it as a primary source for taking a decision to reverse. You should always turn your head, use mirrors, and look for yourself that there is no obstacle or humans behind the car that can damaging the car, or being hurt. But in my opinion, you see much more and have a much better view of your surroundings with a backup camera than trying to see things through the back window. But as always, you as a driver is responsible, especially when reversing, and if the lens, for example, has been very dirty and you hardly see anything through the camera, other methods of ensuring that nothing is behind you is necessary. When I reverse, I notice that there is a cap on how fast you can go. On my car, the limit is 29 kilometers per hour. That's approximately 18 miles per hour. There is one more feature in the Model 3 that is relevant to reversing, and that is the auto tilt function for the side mirrors. This is useful when making a manual parallel parking, avoiding hitting the curb with a car's back wheel.
This feature can take some time to get used to, and it could also be very handy if you're doing a lot of parallel parking and you need to see where the curb side is in relation to your car. But on other type of reversing, when I'm reversed, for example, into my garage, then it's not so practical that the mirrors are tilting all the time, because then it's more important for me to see where I am in the mirrors comparing to the entrance of the garage door.
And on top of all, the knowledge of how to safely reverse is especially important owning a Tesla, since many superchargers are built in such a way that the need of reversing is necessary in order to reach the charging cable.
Well, it's good that we can reverse the car, but our life is heading straight into the future, and that we can't reverse. So, we better take care of it and try now to stay healthy. Until next time, have a great life.